Hey y'all, hey, this is Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Come on in, y'all. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Yes, I'm zipping up my jacket because got too much stuff out today. Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Sorry I couldn't be here yesterday. My morning meetings took over, and so I had to do that first. But I am here today. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. We have entered the month of September. We are actually in the middle of September. And that's been the month of trust from a positive reading perspective, right? And so we are fastly leaving the month of September. Good morning, Kevin. Long time no see. Um, we are fastly leaving September and entering October. I cannot believe how fast the months are going, right? I cannot, right? I felt like it was months and months ago that good morning, Valerie, that we were planning our Friendsgiving trip, which is in November in Galveston, New Jersey. I mean, in Galveston, Texas, Galveston, New Jersey. Wake up, Roar. Galveston, Texas. Good morning, Reginaldo from Brazil. And that is fastly approaching. I've already started looking at airline tickets. I've looked at airline tickets for Florida, Buffalo, Texas. All of them are like ramping up in queue. I need to book my Buffalo trip today. Um, and then I need to book my Florida trip also. And then I need to book my Texas trip in the next couple of weeks. And so I'm excited about what's to come. All right. Getting together with Coffee with Friends members is always a blessing. All right. Buffalo is me getting together with Valerie, who's a Coffee with Friends member. And Texas is our Friendsgiving celebration where we celebrate with the family that we choose, not the family that chose us. All right. There's a difference. Not that you don't love Thanksgiving with your family, but there's something about Friendsgiving and purposely intentionally making time to celebrate with those that you created a bond with, some kind of bond. And so I'm excited for that. All right. Now, as we approach the end of the year, I'm getting all my administrative business out the way. As we approach the end of the year, I'm going to start looking for houses for our 2025 Friendsmas. Now, I'm going to do the Friendsmas house a little bit different than how I've been doing the Friendsgiving house. Friendsmas is going to have the same concept. It'll be a week or two before Christmas. It'll be with Coffee with Friends family members. And the difference between the Friendsmas celebration and the Friendsgiving celebration is I'm going to attempt to get the house myself. In the destination so far is Florida, probably Destin, Florida. I'm going to try to secure the house myself in advance, and I'm going to open it up for the first 8 to 10 people. Right? I'm not going to do it how I did Friendsgiving, like have people give me deposits and then look for the house, because some people didn't pay, some people only pay half. It was too much. And so if I get the house first, right? And then I open it up for 8 to 10 people to come in, then that would be better. And then I'm going to max it out like that. So it would be the first 8 to 10 people that pay their money. Those are the people that will get in the house. That's it, and that's all. All right. And so that's how I'm gonna do Friendsgiving. Is less stressful for myself. That's it. And outside of the amenity fee, if you want to get into the house, you also have to put in for grocery and beverage for the Friendsmas house. So I'm going to do it a lot different. Okay. I hope that's okay with y'all. I already know my staple travelers. I know that I have 5 or 6 people that will book space in the house as long as they can get off of work. I know that they would definitely be there. It's the others, the others that say they're going and then they don't go, or they don't show up, or they don't pay after they commit. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. All right. But that is what I'm thinking. And Friendsgiving will always be in Galveston, Texas. And so y'all know I get that house around January. And so I got a lot of stuff coming up to do. I need help. I always say I need help. I don't know how I pull all these things off. I don't. I really, really don't. Okay? I don't. But good morning, y'all. Today is September 17th. Before I get into the positive read of the day, right? Because we're going to be talking about whether you're divinely hooked up or spiritually hooked in. But Valerie, did you read that the feds took Diddy into custody or brought him in or some shit like that? Did y'all hear that? I'm going to tell y'all no lie. Listen. I've been doing the Who Scout for a lot of years between my brother and my son. Thank God my son only did 2 bids. My brother grew up practically in jail. And he did both state time currently. He did both state time and federal, currently doing state time. And let me tell you something about the feds. The feds are not like the state. The state will jump on any case that smell a little funky, trying to find evidence against you. The state will do that. The state will grab you up, arrest you, and then try to find evidence against you. That's how the state works. They waste their money and their resources all the time. The feds do not. The feds do not waste their resources. Yes, honey, Valerie, it is all over social media. It's all over the news. They done took Diddy into custody. Let me tell y'all, when the feds come for you, it ain't like the state. It's not. The feds, when they come for you, they already have enough evidence on you to put you away for double digits. No lie. Okay, that's why people be running from Fed charges, because feds come with double digits. Okay, you're gonna do some fucking time with the feds because they've already been working a year or 2 or maybe 3 or more, digging up evidence that you didn't even know they were digging up. It looked like Diddy gonna be sing-songing with R. Kelly. Wow. But you know what? The question that I have is, good morning, DJ Dub. The question that I have is, as far as the Diddy thing is concerned, right? Do y'all think that it's a sickness he has? Because I can't imagine a man, right, being a sexual predator, an abuser, unaliving people allegedly, and being in their right mind. Like, I feel like there's something off there, right? And this is where I be on the fence with jail and shit like that, because I feel like, no, you need to go to jail if you did all of that, right? But at the same time, where's the rehabilitation for people like R. Kelly and Diddy? Now, I'm being serious, y'all, because only reason why we talk about them so much is because they're in the limelight. But there's a lot of nobodies that are running around R. Kelly and Diddy, right? And how does the government, the state, or whomever get help and rehabilitation for these folks? Because Diddy can go to jail and do 20 years and still come out doing the same shit. Good morning, Kiss the Boys. Right, Georgie? You think he's going to stay in jail? You think they're going to arrest him? All they said was they took him into custody. Valerie, I think so. I think it's a sickness, right? I do. I definitely think it's a sickness, especially when they don't think they did nothing wrong. And what I don't understand is the people that know Diddy, that have been around him, that have seen him doing these things, who are keeping their mouth closed. I don't know. I feel like some kind of rehab, Valerie, right? Because how do they fix these people? Like, putting them to jail and then coming home doesn't fix that. How do they fix that? Sexual deviance rehab. Is there such a thing? Is there such a fucking thing as sexual deviance rehab? Thank you, Kiss the Boys. And that's exactly what I said. The feds don't fucks with you unless they got something on you. And when they got something on you, it's definitely jail time. They do not fucks around. And so I think we're going to be saying goodbye to Diddy soon. Damn. How many years you think he'll get? Fuck. This is crazy. This goes to show you, like, this is why, in my opinion, social media be so dangerous, because people crave the rich and the famous lifestyle. They do. They be like, oh, I wish I had this, and I wish I had that, and I wish I had this. But baby, them people got problems. Okay? Those people have problems. Money can't fix everything. Wow. No, having orgies and swing parties is not illegal. That's not illegal. No, that's not illegal. But if you have underage people at these swing parties, then it becomes illegal, right? And so in his case, he's been around some underage folk, right? That's where his problem comes in. The underage folk, the physical abuse, the sexual advances, like walking around his house naked, making his artists feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. A lot of people would say, well, when you walked into his house and he was naked, why the fuck didn't you leave if you were uncomfortable? Easier said than done. These people are laying everything on the line so that they can have a career. And some people are out here selling their souls to have the fortune and the fame. Okay. And so some people swallow their uncomfortability, in my opinion, to deal with shit that they probably would not have dealt with on a regular basis. Is it right? No. But does it happen? Yes. You know, he's still wrong. Kevin said keeping them sick is probably their goal. Knowing things will get passed on and will continue to happen repeats the cycle, because baby. And you know what's so crazy? We be singing the songs. Listen, you may be young, but you're ready. Y'all know that song, right? Ready to learn. Ready to learn. You may be young, but you are ready to fucking learn. We were singing them songs. I still be singing that song, Keith Sweat. You're not a little girl. You're a woman. Take my hand. All right? We be singing these songs. We be singing them. Right, Valerie, that's the problem. The abuse or forcing people to perform sexual acts. Yes. That's the problem. And the drugs. Let's not forget the drugs. Right? He could have did as many orgies as he wanted with people his age. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. But to me, Cat Williams wasn't playing when he said 2024 was taking all prisoners. 2024 was going to be the truth-telling year. So now let's fast forward to politics before I read the positive vibes. So it looks like Kamala is picking up speed in Pennsylvania, right? I just feel like people are getting annoyed with Trump, right? It's so funny how so many people, right? Like I see Taylor Swift, supposedly because she endorsed Kamala, she lost a lot of endorsements. That's going to happen, right? That's going to happen, right? But now, what do y'all think about the fact that somebody else allegedly tried to get Trump? Now, all of a sudden, all these presidential assassinations are happening. I just find it weird. I really find it weird. I haven't seen, I'm trying to think. There was it Reagan? There was one president that got shot at in my lifetime. I can't remember who it was. Was it Reagan? Y'all remember? But other than that, we have not had all of these assassination attempts on presidents or presidents-elect in my time. I think just one time I experienced that. I think it was with Reagan. Good morning, Johnny. We be missing you. But what do y'all think about all these assassination attempts that's being done against Trump. I'ma just say this. Unpopular opinion. I'll be swearing that he is setting up I be swearing he's setting up for the latest and the greatest. I be feeling like this is all a plan. And maybe it's because I watch too much Scandal and Olivia Pope taught me some shit, but they be doing some grimy shit at the political level. And I don't know. It just smelled real fishy that all of a sudden all these people are trying to shoot at Trump. If Trump goes out there and he says everybody loves him, why so many people trying to get him? Right, Reagan got shot. I did say Reagan. I knew it was Reagan. That's the only person. That's the only president. Other than that, we haven't had as many people that disliked Obama. There was not one assassination attempt caught in the act. So what is going on? I think he is doing a bad job at hired suicide. Oh, baby. Because isn't he? Because what is... Listen. Kevin, isn't it though? I promise you it's Scandal vibes. I promise you. When I watch this election, I just be like, where is Olivia Pope? Fix it. Somebody fix this shit. Fix it. Because what the fuck? Oh my God. Ain't that many white men out there with bad aim? He should be gone if the palm colors want him gone. Ciao, Georgie. Ciao. This is what I'm saying. You said the palm colored people. I am dead. I'm so dead. Okay. The palm colored people. And now JD Vance is openly admitted that he lied about, he made up stories about the dogs and the cats. Meanwhile, people in Ohio are getting phone calls at their restaurants talking about, do y'all really cook cat and dogs? Like grown fucking ass men out here running for presidential seats is out here lying and openly admitting that they're lying. And yet, the thing that gets me is that this is open racism. Open racism. You are saying the Haitians are eating cat and dogs. You are outright being racist, right? And the thing that baffles me is all of these black people, I don't give a fuck whether Kamala did nothing or whatever the fuck, right? But all of these black people, and I'm going to say it, all you black people that are aligning with Trump, y'all are all right with racism, because how the fuck do you align with a man who turned around and said Haitians are out here eating cat and dogs? He ain't say nothing about the other immigrants, like the Haitians are not the only immigrants in this country. His whole wife was an immigrant. All I'm saying is that whether she came here the right way or the wrong way or whatever the fuck way, an immigrant is an immigrant. But yet they are focusing on the Haitians because, unfortunately, the Haitians are suffering and they're looking for asylum, right? And instead of finding ways to help them where it doesn't economically impact us as a country, as well as helping them as a group of people, that would be nice. But instead, Trump always has something negative to say about y'all black asses. He do. And yet, black people align with him because they say, well, in 2020 and 2019, bread cost us $3. Now bread cost us $5 in the Biden administration. Biden don't control the price of bread. But you know what's funny? I said to myself, at first I was like, yeah, these prices are ridiculous. But you know what's funny? What's funny is that I went, good morning, Debbie. Right, Johnny, exactly. We need Papa Pope. We sure do. The fuck? What's funny is that, what was I getting ready to say? I done lost my train of thought. Damn it, I lost my train of thought about all these black. Oh. What's funny is that this man could go around talking about y'all black asses, right? And because bread prices or detergent prices have increased, I called my mother and I said, how much did you pay for bread growing up? Because I just wanted to know, right? And she said 5 cents. I said, you paid 5 cents for bread growing up, right? She said, yes. I said, okay. When I was buying bread and milk and shit like that, it was way cheaper than it is now. I don't ever remember anybody blaming the presidents each election because grocery prices went up. I used to be able to go in the store, the corner store, with a brown bag. Good morning, Ghost. With a brown bag, right? And get a bag full of candy for $1. Candy would be a penny, a nickel, 2 cents, 5 cents. I would get a whole brown bag full of candy. I would even buy a pickle for 25 cents and skip my ass to school in the morning, okay? Now you can't buy candy, okay, for 25 cents and 1 cent. Nobody ever, I do not remember anybody ever complaining about the price of groceries going up as we switch presidents. I don't, right? Groceries always went up. And baby, let me tell y'all something. It never went down. It never goes back down. Houses. I was talking to my coworker and he told me he owns a house. He is sorry that he sold his house because when he bought his house in New Jersey, it cost him $150,000. That's how much his house cost, $150,000. He sold it and moved to another house. And he said to me, damn, I wish I'd have kept that house. That house was paid off. It only cost $150,000. That was my first house. He said, you can't get a house like that no more. Prices always go up. And people are blaming Biden, but I guess a lot of people forgot that the prices started to go up during the pandemic while Trump was in office. But people not going to remember that. Okay? People not going to remember that. But anyway, I digress. I'm just saying, motherfuckers make my ass itch because, you know, some of y'all don't realize that y'all are selling y'all souls for what y'all think is going to bring y'all money, right? But for me, I have decided that I don't give a fuck whether bread is $5 or $10. Now that's my honest, okay? Because I could choose to eat bread or not, okay? But what I don't want to do is give up my civil liberties. That is something I do not want to do. If I got to pay $10 for bread or fucking cut bread out of my diet, I would rather do that instead of a government trying to control what I do with my body. What books I can read in these schools. Where I could fucking travel. I mean, y'all got to think about what y'all giving up. So many people are like, Kamala ain't do shit. Guess what? Well, then you safe then. Think about it this way. You know, this is how I look at it. Trump get into office and fuck shit up, cause a war, civil war, World War III, whatever the fuck, okay? Race, you know, race war, civil war, okay? Or Kamala get in office and don't do shit and nothing changes. So what? It gives us another 4 years to figure out who the fuck else is going to stand up and take over. But the one thing I do not want to give up is my civil liberties. And that's my position. Some of y'all make my ass itch. I don't know. And food is a scam, hillbilly. It's crazy. I done flipped over. Listen, my house really is starting to look like a jungle because my plants are overgrowing my house. I had to move plants around yesterday and now I got plants all over the place, okay? And I actually started to try to grow a tomato. You know how you buy those vine tomatoes with the vines on it? Well, I let mine sit too long. And so when I cut it open, all the vines was growing on the inside of the tomato. And I was like, ooh, this looked interesting. So I cut it open. Don't judge me, right? And I sat it on top of some damn dirt. I did. I sat it on top of dirt. And I said, let me see what the fuck happens, right? I might have to ship some stuff over to Debbie because Debbie, I threw out my pumpkin plant because if you lived closer, I would have given you my pumpkin plant and then this tomato thing that I'm trying to grow. Because I don't have space to grow these things, but I be trying. Penny bubble gum and sour pickles. You took me back. Right, Johnny? Remember them sour pickles? 25 cents. 25 cents. Did I tell y'all the story when I bought my pickle from the corner store, right? This is a true story. I think I told y'all, but I'm going to tell y'all again. And this boy named Wayne, I'm going to say his name, right? Wayne. Went to elementary school. I was in PS 156. This is a true story. I'm giving you the details because I want you to know how true this is, okay? I was at PS 156 and me and my friend Alma, we were best friends, okay? We were best friends and we were raggedy as fuck. We were bad. We were, okay? And so Wayne kept touching me. This is the same boy that I stabbed in the head with the pencil. I told y'all that story. The same boy. This is before I stabbed him in the head with the pencil, though, okay? Because after I stabbed him in the head with the pencil, he didn't bother me no more. But this is before I stabbed him in the head with the pencil. Every day he would ask me for some of my pickle. And I was like, Wayne, you get on my fucking nerves. So this one day I said, Elma, he keep asking for my pickle. So let's give him some of this pickle. So we ate half the pickle, poured some of because the pickle used to come in a plastic bag with the juice in it, right? We poured out some of the juice. We peed in the bag a little bit. She put a little bit of her pee in there and I put a little bit of my pee in there. And we put the pickle back in the bag and I folded over the top and I walked into class like this. And he was like, can I have your pickle? Can I have your pickle? I was like, damn, Wayne, you so damn greedy. Take the damn pickle. And when he grabbed it, right, a little bit of the juice squirt out of the pickle. And he was like, it smelled like pee. And here come the teacher. So before the teacher could get there, I ran to him and I grabbed the pickle back from him and I took it to my desk. When the teacher got to my desk, she trying to get the pickle from me. She snatched the pickle from me and all of the piss and pickle juice spilled all over the desk. Of course I got in trouble. Of course I got in trouble. And the teacher was like, what is that smell? And Wayne was like, they peed in the pickle bag. It's pee. It's pee. I was like, well, shut up, Wayne. Stop always asking for my damn pickle. This was like in the second or third grade. I am not lying. Okay. PS 156. Okay. I tried to give him pea juice, pea pickle. I got in trouble. I did. But I bet you he ain't never asked me for another fucking pickle. The fuck? I got in trouble. I don't know if my mother remember that, but she do remember when I stabbed him in the head with the pencil because after that, he kept bothering me. And I was like, he keep bothering me. And she told me to stab him in the head with the pencil. I know. And I did it. Right? But this was, listen, the pickles brought me to that story. I'm sorry. The pickles brought me to that. I was bad in school. I was. In elementary school, I did a lot of fucked up shit. I did. I really, really did. I did some fucked up shit in elementary school. I did. I'm glad it didn't get on the teacher. It might have. You know, back in those days, Georgie, times was different. Like, you know, that's in the days when your parents used to come up to the school and beat you in front of the class. Times was different back then. You didn't get suspended and you didn't get arrested for stuff back then. They would yank your ass around that school. They call your parents up to the school. They beat your ass on the school grounds and send your ass back to class. Okay? That's how we were living back then. Okay? It's not like that. So if P got on her, she probably yanked me around a bit and threw me in the principal's office and just dealt with it. These days and times, baby, they would have called the police. It would have been a whole investigation. It would have been a whole investigation. Child, I would have been a baby felon in elementary school. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Georgie, I fought in elementary school. Yep, I fought. I remember this girl. I met her when we were in our adult stage. And she said to me, her name is Nichelle. And she said, Robin, remember that day we were fighting after school and she caught an asthma attack in the middle of the fight. And people were yelling. She was like, people were yelling at you. Stop the fight. She caught an asthma attack. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And I'm swinging. And they're like, she got an asthma attack. She got an asthma attack. Well, bitch, don't fuck with me. If you got asthma, why are you fucking talking shit? She reminded me of that. She said, Robin, you would not stop hitting me. And I'm having an asthma attack. I said, oh, you must have did some shit. You must have did some shit. So fighting for me, I fought girls, I fought boys. One of the boys beat me up, threw me in the back of the closet. Elementary school, I had my little gang banging, little individual little fights, not gang per se, but I was a little raggedy in elementary school. I was. Folks need to look at what Kamala did, but we do know what 45 did and will do. That, Cena, that's a whole word, sister. That's a whole word, sister. Pay attention to what he did and what he will do. Debbie said, I don't think people believe that they will be giving up their civil liberties with Trump. Like, they don't believe he will be as catastrophic as he will be. They will have to instead experience it. Well, it's so crazy because the bare fact that Trump gave the state back the ability to decide on abortions, that right there was a power move. That was a fucking Handmaid's Tale. You have already started stripping civil liberties, okay? The mere fact that in Florida, okay, the Governor DeSantis removed books, African-American books and shit from the schools, okay? That is removal of your civil liberties. See, they're not paying attention to the things that's happening across the states, okay? Because they're only worried about their $1,200 little pandemic check that they got, okay? They're not looking at the civil liberties that's already being stripped. The mere fact that you can have a president with 34 felons run to be a president, but a motherfucker with one felon can't even get into the military, can't even get into corporate America for a job, can't work for a bank. Well, that's corporate America, right? Can't work for the state, the federal government, can't do none of that with one felon. But you got a president with 34 felons running to be president, right? Why does he get the liberty, but you don't? And yet, you probably one of them motherfuckers that want to vote for him. Civil liberties are already being stripped, right? It started, that Roe v. Wade, that was a big fucking deal. And Trump still stands by that. He's like, I don't care. I did the right thing, giving the state control. Because them southern states are racist as fuck. It's going to make it hard for women. Civil liberties are already being stripped. Okay? They just not paying attention. They worrying about the price of fucking bread. They worrying about the price to buy a new car. RAW got a car 2013. Because why? Some of us are living out here like we got to have new cars. We got to have this. No, we don't. My car got 67,000 miles on it, and it is a 2013 Lincoln MKX, right? Old. I say it's old because it's 10, 11 years old or whatever the fuck, but it only got 67,000 miles. See, the old me, I was getting a new car every 3-4 years because I felt like I needed to have a new car. Why? Why I gotta have a new car? I don't, right? See, there's certain sacrifices I'm willing to make, right? I don't care how much the cars cost. I don't care about bread. I care about my freedom. And the sad part is that what some of these people don't understand is that we are still in times where our black sons still have to watch their front, back, and sides from getting killed randomly by white motherfuckers with guns just because or by police pulling them over. We're not out of the woodworks with that yet. So imagine when the temperature changes, when Trump gets back in office and these good old boys, they're already walking around the Haitian communities with guns and shit like that, right? Imagine when Trump gets into office. Good morning, Damaris. What is going to happen to our black sons again? Now, the cops ain't been acting raggedy lately. What do you think is going to happen when he gets in office and he gives these cops immunity? What do you think is going to happen? We are going to go back 1,000 steps and we're going to have many more sleepless nights with our black boys out here in the street. Like, I don't understand what people are thinking. Child. I know. Yep, that's true, Deb. Experience is the only school fool will attend. See, now, I'm not. I was a little mean. I was a little. Right, Georgia? Y'all better get y'all passports in order, right? He's going to take us down. He said this will be the last time we vote. Yep. People are not listening, Cena. They not listening. They not listening. He said this will be the last time we vote. That's right. We won't have to vote again. He want to be like Putin. Hillbilly said Earth is about to escalate in conflict. No candidate will stop it. What happens if a 12-year-old gets molested and pregnant? She has to keep that child? Yes. Yes, she does. Yes, in certain states she does. Raped, anything. They got to keep the child. That's the problem. Like, right, Valerie, I posted this. Let me tell you how fucked up we are. I didn't even get to read the positive read yet, but let me tell you how fucked up we are. This 21-year-old boy just got his CDL. What state was that in? South Carolina. Just got his CDL. Taking on his first trucking job for Walmart. Okay, delivering something in South Carolina Walmart warehouse. I believe it was Walmart, okay? Nobody talking about it. Nobody fucking talking about it. And the crazy shit is the sheriff, the black sheriff in that town in South Carolina stood up and said, this is not a lynching because the rope was not tied like a noose. It was just draped around his neck. Motherfuck. See, this is when Kanye West said, and y'all got mad, he said, y'all choose to be slaves. Because the fuck, I don't give a fuck how the rope was tied. A hang is a hang. Like, how the fuck do you come up with this is not a lynching because the rope was not tied in a noose? He was on a tree. Rope was around his neck. 21 years old. Just took his first CDL job after getting his CDL license. Nobody talking about it. Because our lives don't matter. I posted it on Facebook, right? I do this shit on purpose. I post stupid shit on Facebook and I watch many of y'all comment and many of others comment, right? Then when I posted that truck driver boy being hung in South Carolina, nobody said anything. It was fucking crickets. Because you know what? Some people choose to be slaves. We choose to overlook what the fuck is happening across America when it comes to our people. Right? We ignore it because we feel it didn't happen to us, but that could have clearly been somebody in your family. This is why I say we don't band together. We don't stick together. Right? Had that been a Jewish person, if they would have found a motherfucking Jewish person with a gas mask on his face, laid out in the field somewhere, guess what the fuck would happen? Okay? If they'd have found a Jewish person spray painted with a swastika or some shit across his forehead, guess what the fuck would have happened? The Jewish community would have been out. The Jewish community would have been outside. But that boy hung in South Carolina, and that black sheriff in South Carolina said it's not a lynching. What is it then? What is it? What is it? The shit we turn our vision off to. And have the same mouth to say, I'm a vote for Trump. Do you even like yourself? The fuck? Ironically, the U.S. attorney who is handling the second assassination happens to be Haitian. How about that? How about that shit? How the fuck about that shit? Anyway, y'all, that is my rant for today, because some shit just make my ass itch, all right? But I'm going to get into this positive read, and then I'm going to play this little video for y'all because I want your opinion on this video, okay? So stay tight. Do not leave. Okay, I'm going to get through the positive word because I need to know if you are divinely hooked up or spiritually hooked in. And then I'm going to play this video, and you guys are going to give me your advice. Good morning, Cheryl Lee. I experience and express the power of trust because I know I am divinely hooked up and spiritually hooked in. Are you? From the theory of Daniel in the Holy Bible, we learn what it means to truly be spiritually connected. You can call it the spiritual hookup. Daniel had a gift of spiritual vision and prophecy. He also had a very strong faith in connection to the spirit of his creator. Faithful, Daniel relied upon and trusted his spiritual hookup for guidance, which enabled him to do and accomplish many things that others could not do. People were quite jealous because they thought Daniel thought he was special. You know, it just reminds me, right? Of me and how I navigate in my life, right? A lot of times people don't know what I'm going through, and I navigate through life as though I got everything under control. It's like I sometimes do feel I'm spiritually connected, right? Because I honestly move with trust in the process and through my faith, right? And this is a very special message. It really, really is, okay? People were quite jealous because they thought Daniel thought he was special. And have you ever had a population of people in your life and you notice that some of them are jealous of you, but they try to act like they're not, but based on their comments and the way they move, they have like a little jealousy streak. People that love you can be jealous of you. Well, we say those two things shouldn't exist in the same space, but people have said I love you and still been jealous. Okay. When you know, like Daniel, that you are hooked up with your spiritual source, pleasing people becomes almost insignificant. Even when jealousy turns people against you or causes them to attack you, somehow you know you will just be fine. The worst possible thing you can do when attacked by spiritual jealous people is jump off your spiritual hook in an attempt to please or appease other human beings. This was the lesson that Daniel had to learn. You remember how early on when I started Coffee with Friends, I admitted that I used to be a people pleaser, right? I'm not anymore. Okay. And when I entered the realm of not being a people pleaser, but navigating through life based on what I thought I needed, those people fell off because I was no longer catering to just their needs. Okay. That's the lesson to be learned. When Daniel refused to do what the king and his jealous cohorts wanted him to do, the spiritual jealous people convinced the king to throw Daniel into the den of hungry lions. Can you imagine? It takes more than an average share of trust, faith, and obedience to stand up against a pack of ravenous lions. You must be willing to lose everything To honor your spiritual hookup, you got to be willing to lose everything. And baby, I have felt like I have reinvented myself about 3 times in my life because the first time I had to lose everything, I was scared. The second time I had to lose everything, I was scared. The third time I was like, don't worry, you're going to get the shit back. You must be willing to lose everything to honor your spiritual hookup. Daniel passed the test. He was so hooked up. He walked right into the lion's den without batting an eye. You know what happened? The lion had a terrible case of indigestion. Until today, you may have believed that being hooked into people could and would sustain you in tough times. Just for today, hook into the spirit of protection and divine guidance in dealing with jealous or disruptive people. Today, I am devoted to experiencing and strengthening my spiritual connection. Are you? Are you? Or are you afraid to lose some shit? See, I'm not afraid to lose everything anymore because anything that I lose was meant to go the fuck away. That's how I look at life now, right? Same thing like I told you the other day where, some people don't join Coffee with Friends anymore because I cuss a lot. I say the F word specifically. And I was like, that's who I am. I don't expect every population of people to align with who I am. And I posted something the other day that says, people love me for who I am and people hate me for the same reasons. I'm okay with that because I'm okay with losing shit, right? But the one thing I'm not going to do is lose myself. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Right? So that's a hell of a message. That is a hell of a message. It really is. Navigating your life to make other people feel comfortable. All the while, they have a little jealousy against you. And you don't have to navigate your life to please them. Hillbilly said, I don't hate people that vote different than me. That's new phenomenon, right? Hillbilly? This is crazy. We're supposed to be a democratic country, and yet we hate on people for who they vote for. Debbie said, they don't print enough money to make me not believe that Trump isn't behind these attempts. Because, Debbie, it's so weird. I have never seen this many attempts on a president in my life. They normally get them. How you just get nicked in the ear, the next guy was just happened to catch on a golf course and he ran from the gun. How you happen? What's going on? What's going on? Valerie said, right, I am a firm believer that he replaces what you lose. Baby. And he do. And he do. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go. That was our positive message. Now, Debbie, I'm going to play this video y'all done put in our chat the other day. Okay? Let me get it because... Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it.
I'm writing to you because I am in...
Okay. Now, let me go here. Y'all ready? I'm going to share this screen with y'all real quick.
Leon is that I am writing to you because I am in an incredibly difficult situation and I'm struggling with the weight of my guilt. A couple of years ago, I made the biggest mistake of my life. I cheated on my wife. It was a one-time affair, and I have kept it a secret ever since. My wife does not know, and I have been doing everything I can to rebuild our relationship and be the husband she deserves. However, recently things went left. My mother-in-law is very ill, and she has a team of nurses caring for her around.
Oh, sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all.
I am writing to you because I am in an incredibly difficult situation and I'm struggling with the weight of my guilt. A couple of years ago, I made the biggest mistake of my life. I cheated on my wife. It was a one-time affair, and I have kept it a secret ever since. My wife does not know, and I have been doing everything I can to rebuild our relationship and be the husband she deserves. However, recently things went left. My mother-in-law is very ill, and she has a team of nurses caring for her around the clock. Tell me why one of these nurses is the woman I had the affair with. Seeing her again has brought all the guilt I've been suppressing back to the surface. The situation feels unbearable. My wife and her family have developed a close relationship with this nurse because of the care she provides. They trust her, and I have no reason to believe that she's mentioned anything about our past. But every time I see her, I'm reminded of what I did, and it's eating me alive. I'm terrified of what will happen if the truth ever comes out. Part of me wants to confess everything, but I'm afraid of the damage it could cause, especially now when my wife is already going through so much emotionally with her mother's illness. At the same time, I don't know how to continue this, knowing that this woman is involved with my wife's family. What should I do? Oh, yeah. On the clock. Tell me why.
Let me stop sharing. Okay, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Hillbilly said he needs to shut his mouth and go on. He is young and they can go on. Any other opinions? What advice or opinions would you give someone in this particular situation? What's done in the dark will come to light. So what do you think he should do, Cheryl? Keep his mouth shut. Okay, so we got Hillbilly and Damaris saying keep his mouth shut. Shirley, what do you think he should do? Debbie said, then why does he feel so guilty, Hillbilly? Don't you think they might mean he needs to come clean? Come on, Johnny Leon Hill. Where's the men? The fuck? What y'all doing? Coming clean isn't always the best idea. So continue to let his wife develop a friendship with the girl he had an affair with. Johnny said, why are you talking? I'm not even Catholic, but I will have my tail at confession. I know that's right. Take it to the church. Leave it with the priest. Damn it. Truth and honesty is always the best policy. So Cheryl Lee said, tell it. Good morning, Smokey. Oh, Smokey, I meant to reach out to you. Because, baby, Friendsgiving is coming. I need you guys, right? I need you guys. Kevin said, Smokey, you just missed the video. So I'm going to recap it real quick so that you could chime in on your advice. Video is this gentleman had an affair years ago with a woman he never told his wife about. His wife is currently going through a hard time. Her mother is sick and she has nurse care. One of the nurses is the girl he had an affair with some time ago, and now he's feeling guilty. His wife and this nurse are developing a friendship. He is feeling ultimately guilty and asking, should he tell his wife that he had an affair with this woman some time ago, or should he keep his mouth shut? So far, we got Hillbilly, Damaris, and I forget who else that said, keep your mouth fucking shut. We got Cheryl Lee that said he needs to tell the truth. Johnny Leon Hill said he going to the Catholic Church and drop a confessional even though he's not Catholic. What are your thoughts on that, Smokey? Should he tell her? Kevin said he'll never be at peace if he doesn't. You could come on the air, Kevin. I could put up the link and you could talk and you could let us know your opinion real live. He'll never be at peace if he doesn't release the mistake of his past. They said something about the truth and how it will set you free, not worth the stress. Okay, we got Kevin on here that says, tell your wife you had an affair with this nurse. Hillbilly said the guilt will keep him honest. So going forward, that guilt will keep him honest. I know, Kevin, I know. Debbie said the guilt is eating him up, y'all. It is. So what does he do? Like, this must be the hardest. Like, I don't know. I don't know. This is crazy. What would y'all do? I'm waiting to see if Smokey got a response. Damaris said coming clean only makes him feel better. It's selfish. She is going through some shit right now. She doesn't need to deal with that. Now, that's a good point. That's a good point. She's going through some shit with her mother being sick. Is this the time to tell her some shit like this? I think timing plays a role. I would agree with that, Damaris. That's a hard one. Smokey said the same thing Johnny said. He needs to talk that over with his higher power. Oh, you go into confession too, Smokey? You go into the church and you dropping your confession? You're not going to tell your wife that you had this? Yes, he was married when it happened. He had an affair on his wife. And now she is the nurse. One of the nurses taking care of his mother-in-law. And he got to look at this woman on a daily basis. And he's feeling guilty. What should he do? I don't know. I'm trying to think if I was the wife, what I want to know. See, I'm funny. Don't have your side bitch in my face. See, that's my thing. Like, it's nothing worse than finding out that I developed a relationship with a woman that was sleeping with my husband. And even though it's a hard time, even if he tells her after the fact, I don't know. I don't know. I think in this case, I don't think he should tell it. That I'm going to say that I don't have 1,000% confidence in my response, but I feel like in this case, he should hold it. I don't think if the affair didn't mean anything to him, my only concern is that what if the nurse tells it? What if the nurse tells it? See, I wouldn't want that to happen. And baby, I'm a poker. I'm not going to stand for you having me smile in your mistress' face. I'm not going to do it. I got the Chucky energy. I do. So I don't know. This is a tough one for me because I've experienced something similar to that where somebody smiled in my face and was sucking my man's meat at the same time. I don't know. I got Chucky energy when it comes to shit like that. Brian said, AKA Smokey, oh, then he needs to tell his wife no matter what happens, if she loves him now, he should be okay. But keep in mind that her mother is sick and she's already devastated and going through that. To tell her this on top of that, that could break her. Debbie says, speaking from personal experience, I told someone close to me after they had an affair to come clean and be honest. Worst mistake ever. Why? What happened, Deb? What happened when you gave that advice? Why was it the worst mistake ever? Valerie! Now that is the best answer. That is the best answer. Because, baby, when you walked into the house and you realized that this is the man you were having an affair with, I would have asked for another job. Because to me, for you to constantly show up to that house knowing that you slept with me, knowing that you're For me, the nurse is wrong for developing a relationship with the wife in the first place, knowing that you were sleeping with my man, right? I would have asked for a different job. That is the best answer, Valerie. That is the best answer, because if I was the nurse and I walked in and I saw that this was the man I was having an affair with, I would go to my supervisor and ask to be replaced, moved to a different job. That's the first course of action that would happen. So to me, I wonder what the fuck the thinking is where the nurse feels comfortable enough to develop this relationship with the wife knowing you slept with the husband. And the husband, if he felt so uncomfortable, he should have said to the nurse, listen, I believe that you need to change. You need to swap. Have somebody else take your shift. That's the conversation that should have happened. And then at a later point, maybe tell your wife. I don't know. This is a hard one. Cheryl Lee said timing and how truth is revealed is important. It could reveal a worse fallout later. That's true. That's true. Kevin said that's the disrespectful part on the husband and the side. Knowing and then still building a bond with the wife is wild to me. The side, a cold piece of work. That's a cold piece of work. So 2 people are wrong here, right? The husband and that fucking nurse. Johnny said the problem is when he went to the internet, so she going to be mad because she's going to find out indirectly anyway. It's the coward's way out. He should have just told her, stop going to the internet. He didn't. Well, the guy who read the letter is a podcaster. Somebody sent that letter to him anonymously. So we don't know who the guy is that he's talking about. It's not about him himself. So we don't know who the guy is. It's an anonymous letter that the guy sent into the podcast. See, that's my thing. That's my thing. That's my thing. That's my thing. Now, y'all done seen, what's that movie? Not The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Basic Instinct. Was it Basic Instinct? What's the one where, oh God, Glenn Close boiled the rabbit. Okay? And Obsession, the movie Obsession with Beyonce. These women are crazy. Okay? To me, Cheryl Lee, that's my thing. Why is she continuing to do the job? Smokey said maybe they still fucking around. He did say that. He did say that. Smokey, you didn't hear the video, but he did say it was one time and it was years ago. So they are not actively having an affair, so I still will keep my mouth shut. It was one time and it was years ago. So now what? Right, Fatal Attraction. That's it, Johnny. Thank you, Valerie. Fatal Attraction. These motherfuckers are crazy. This is a tough one, guys. This is a tough one. This is why I say the message here is keep your dick in your pants. Keep it in your pants. Can we do that? Can we do that? All right. So that was the video I wanted to play for y'all. I went through the positive read. We talked about Diddy being taken into custody. We talked about politics a little bit on here. And we talked about this situation. So the significant other basically held that over their spouse's head for years. And it came up argument after argument after argument. I said I will never give that advice again. Oh, he couldn't let it go. That was like my ex. He brought up the past shit over and over and over again. See, that's the kind of shit that's triggering to me. Yeah, that's not going to work. I got to be a Negro for a second. Kevin, what do you mean? You got to be a Negro for a second. Explain, because that sounds interesting. Because I would be one too. The fuck? with this Chucky attitude. The hell? Telling you. Okay, so for Friendsgiving, Smokey, we're coming up with the menu because we don't have nut this year. And so we got to cook our own food. So I'm hoping that we're preparing a menu for Thanksgiving, our Friendsgiving meal for that Saturday, right? And so we already have Damaris that's cooking a couple of dishes. We have Valerie that's making a couple of dishes. I'm gonna make 1 or 2 dishes to add to the pot, but we're gonna need more meat, right? Damaris is gonna make jerk chicken wings, right? But we need more meat, so maybe we could get some meat and smoke it, Smokey. I mean, you know, I'm good for the money. I just want to get the meat and smoke it so that we have extra meat for Friendsgiving. You think that's possible? Let me know. You guys can bring the meat up. Well, Chalk is supposed to come up on Saturday, right? So maybe he could bring the meat up on Saturday. Let me know what you think, Smokey. I know the side had to have a fatter ass than the wife. Not making no excuse, but I'm sure that's part of the guilt. Oh my God. I hope not. I hope not. Affairs are not only based on physical, it's based on emotion. Okay, say that again. Okay, I'm gonna say it again, Smokey. Friendsgiving. Saturday is going to be our Friendsgiving meal. That Saturday. We have people making food to contribute to the Friendsgiving dinner. I'm making a couple of things. Damaris is making a couple of things. Valerie is making a couple of things. Debbie is going to be, you know, overseeing breakfast, probably with one other person on the administrative team. I need extra meat for Saturday, right? We got jerk chicken wings, but I'm hoping that we could get some smoked meat if that's possible. I know Chalk said he was coming up on Saturday. Maybe he could bring the meat up on Saturday for our Friendsgiving meal. Send you a list of meats we're going to need. Okay, I'll talk to Debbie and them and see what meats we want to do. And, you know, I'll let you know. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. And it'll be to accommodate the house. Okay. All right, so that's out the air. Cheryl Lee said, how much does he really love her if he knows that something like that is held over her head? Sounds like he loves her himself and has his own interest at heart. That's what Damaris was saying, that it seems kind of selfish. He's looking for a level of peace. But right now his wife is going through some things, okay? And so that's it, and that's all. All right, so I'll talk to the ladies about what type of meat we want to add to our plate. I would think maybe some ribs. What else can we add? Steak, maybe. And chicken. Probably that's it. Like some smoked chicken, ribs, and what was the other thing I said? What the fuck did I say? Chicken, ribs, and steak. That's what I said. That's good. Chicken, ribs, and steak. I'll text it to you. All right, guys. Well, with that, I'm going to move towards ending the show. Is this on Friends? No, Debbie, I will put it on the Friends. Cheryl, I will put it on the Friendsgiving chat, but actually, I'm not going to put it on the Friendsgiving chat. I'll create a different chat for the administration team. That is you, Cheryl Lee. Everybody that's checking into the house on Thursday, I automatically deem them the administration and planning team. So that's Cheryl Lee, that's Valerie, that's Nakia, that is Fancy, and that's Debbie, right? So 6 of us, right, will be on the Oh, corn. We need corn on the grill too. I'll send that list to Smokey. We are the planning and administration team. Oh, sausage. Well, okay, so Debbie, Oh, I'm gonna send the list to Smokey. So we need sausage. Okay, sausage. Okay. So I'll send the list over to Smokey, and I'll create an administration list, and I'm gonna add Smokey to that chat, right? Smokey, are you on IG? Oh no, I'll add y'all to a chat on the phone. Okay, I'll set up a chat text on the phone, and we can sort out the menu there. Damaris also, even though Damaris is going to be in Houston a couple of days in advance, but Damaris is cooking, so she automatically gets grouped into that. All right, so Damaris also. So these folks, I will put y'all in a group chat. We will have the menu put together in there so everybody knows what they're responsible for. Okay, and you know, that's it and that's all. Okay. All right. So with that, y'all, I got to move towards ending my show because I got to get to work. I do. Oh, you're on IG, but that's all right, Smokey. I'm going to do it on my phone since it's only us. I'm going to do it on my phone. I'll just set up a chat where we could deal with the menu, the setup, and all kinds of things. The administration and the planning team is also going to be responsible for picking the rooms and assigning the rooms to the people that are coming in on Friday. So when you guys come in on Friday, you will already have an assigned sleeping quarters. Okay. There are 2 people who have paid extra for their own rooms, and that's Cheryl and that's Cheryl Lee, and that's Aquanda. They have their own rooms. Everybody else, including myself, is basically sharing. All right. I don't mind sharing my space. I'm not selfish. That's what a shared house is about. So I don't want to hear people coming in there talking about, I want my own room. I want my own space. I want this. I want that. Shit. The fuck? It's a shared house, and it's a great big ass house. Okay. And you guys only paid $300. Like, if y'all want your own rooms, then we're going to have to shop for mansions, and it's going to be like $1,000 per person. We don't want that. Not for 2 days. 2 days, y'all could deal with sharing some damn space. Okay. We didn't have not one problem last year, and we had a smaller house. People were on the couch. People were everywhere, and we didn't give a damn. Okay. And so come with that same I don't give a damn energy, period. Now, those that pay extra for their own rooms is because they have special conditions that if they shared rooms with other people, it might be a little bit disruptive. And so this is the purpose. All right. So get out of your feelings in advance. That's it and that's all. Okay. And so with that, I got to go, guys. But you know what I say. I forgot to play my song again today. You know what I say. When you feel low, you can still what? You can still go. The fuck? So let me send y'all out on that. All right? Oh, shoot.
Even when you feel low, you can still go.
Huh?
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
And I don't. This is Coffee with Friends, and I am Raw to the Bone. Come back tomorrow, y'all. Hey! Huh? Get this message on the way out.
Go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, on the highway. And in the driveway, it's a nice range. Cause I've gone through the climb, I invite
Huh?
you never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't come.
What?
Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain
Anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredients. Huh?
Baby, see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy.
Hey!
Even when you feel low, you can still go.
Huh?
Even when you feel slow, you can still
And you
go.
can.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no man.
And I don't.
Go.
Peace, y'all. See you tomorrow.